Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS, and it's episode 95. 95. So, yeah, we're moving along with this video. This is cool. Welcome. So, let's start with, look, I hope everybody's doing well. Let's just say, if you are watching over on Facebook, I apologize for yesterday. I didn't have the sound set up, so I think it was a completely voidless sound video, which I deleted promptly. So if you are watching on Facebook, it's over there in Today in the GarageBand users group. And if the sound and video is crapola, because we all know that Facebook isn't really the best for sound and all that kind of jazz, you can always come over here to YouTube and join us here. Let us know if you are watching on Facebook, if everything's cool. If you can hear, just give us a thumbs up over there in the chat, just so I know. That would be really helpful. Thank you. And let's say hello to the people over here on the chat in YouTube land. And Pete Johns, my amazing, I nearly said admin, my control, my bouncer of the group is here today. Thank you very much, Pete, for being here. Gary Hubbs is here. S.M. Borthwick, Scott, Benedict Stewart, Andy Golds, Stu Cash, Russ. Anyone I've missed down as I scroll down? Healing Heart, hello as well. Tom Rochelle. All the good folk are in today. Good to see you all. So I'm trying out this new thing today. I'll just tell you about this before we get into it. So I was looking at an Elgato Stream Deck last night, and they're incredibly expensive. I don't know if you know what they are. They're like these little control things which you can use to control your live stream. A lot of people use them in gaming streams on Twitch and stuff like that. And the price tag here in Australia, it's super expensive. It's like $500, and I'm way out of my league since I just wasted a whole lot of money on masks and things like that. Good morning also Deep Gravity, who's joined us in the chat. So I went searching for a cheap alternative, and I found one. So I'm going to show you now. I'm going to flick over to the live camera just here for a second. I can do it all from my phone. So I've got this thing here. So as you can see, this controls the entire show. Let me bring my mic over with me. Hello. So this is the Elgato Stream Deck for iPhone. So at any stage, I can let's just show you. I can change the scenes for my interview shows. So to flick through all of the scenes there, which are all set up for my interview shows, I can go back to the desktop, and all at the click of my iPhone instead of using the mouse. This thing is super handy. Plus, even this button up here, which I won't touch. Oh, I nearly touched it. Holy shit. Oh, that was so close. That would have been a disaster. That actually starts the stream. So from here, I can just click that button and the stream starts and we're all good. Really good investment. So I think it was like $30 for a year. So I'm down with that shit. Anyway, let's go back. Oh, I love it, man. So I don't have to click the mouse anymore. So you won't hear this anymore. Click, 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 click. I would find that really annoying. I could hear it when I went back and listened to the videos. So look, it's a free download, that app. You can trial it out for a month. Pete, I know if you're thinking about using it, you're a live streamer here. It's $4 a month, and you get a month free trial. So yeah, I did the month free and then went, fuck it, I'm going to use this a lot. So that saves a lot of money. So that's that. Where are we today? All right, cool. So let me show you these as well. These came in the mail. Oh man, I'm so underprepared today. So underprepared. Yeah, Tom, you may find that interesting as well for live streams. So let me just, hang on. I got to run over there. I just had to jump across my room because look what came in the mail. This is really cool. Hey, there's my mask for the video clip. pretty damn cool. I'm super happy with it. I knew the helmet was latex, so that's a good thing. Yeah, there's the first one. I like it a lot. It looks really good. The detail is absolutely sensational. And this one came, and when I contacted the people about this one, I actually asked them, was it a full face mask? There we are. So there's that one. I asked if it was a full face mask because I wanted to go over the top of the head. And they told me it was. And now that it's arrived, it's not. But in the meantime, I actually purchased a really long dreadlock wig, which I wanted to wear with this. So it's going to work out really good because it's got these straps. I can just put the dreadlock wig over the top of this. So it's going to look really good with dreadlocks like we drew in the photos in the storyboard from yesterday. As you can see, even the eyes, look at that. It's like this mesh. I'm loving it. So these arrived yesterday. Nice, safe and sound. Now, they were expensive. So I'm not going to bullshit you all. All these costumes and stuff that I've laid out, we're looking at well over couple of $100. Anyway, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, so maybe about $300. Who knows? But that's what happens. Look, because the EP is doing really well for me at the moment. So I thought, fuck it, let's invest in these masks. The straitjacket was due to arrive yesterday, but the courier service had no idea how to find my place, so they just gave up and wrote on the form, "House doesn't exist," which led to me having an argument with them for about 2 hours, calling them fuckheads and everything else I could think of. And then I had to draw a map of where I live with its stick figures and diagrams and to send to the actual courier. So that should be arriving today. That's the straitjacket. Good times. Good times. So yeah, I'm gonna wear one of those masks when I do my grocery shopping next week. What do you think? What do you think? If only I had time to go do it for the video clip, that would be pretty cool. All right, so let's give you an update also on what I've done from yesterday. So I didn't have time to do all of this because I only realized about an hour before the show. So let's open Procreate just to show you what's happened. So you may notice with some of these pictures, I've actually colored them in. Actually, we'll get out of here. We'll go full screen. Oh, I love my little app for flicking screens. It's bloody good shit. It's good as word. So here are my photos. So you may notice I've gone into some of these and filled them in a little bit more because I remembered. So you notice the microphone, I've filled it in a bit because I had all these blank spaces. And if we've got a green screen behind them, so some of them I haven't had time to do, but I'll do after the show just for, see, this ain't really going to work if I'm putting a background in this timeline because you can see through the pictures. So I went back and filled in Grandma. I've got to redo that one. So I filled in this dude with his jacket and made his coloured in his hands. This one won't have much more to do. I filled in Darth Vader, gave him a drumstick because that's going to be a side view. This one didn't need much. This one I need to kind of fix up and do the drums. And there's my masks that arrived yesterday. So I kind of have to fix the others, but we're good enough for today. That's cool. So this one's got his little jacket. And yes, Healing Heart, I did see your message. Haven't had a chance to respond to it. Healing Heart responded to yesterday's video and said that Grandma looks like Boris. It kind of does. She looks more competent, though, don't you think? And I don't want to throw her into an oven, so I'll throw her a bone. All right, so we're going to jump into LumaFusion. But before I do so, what I can tell you is we are nearing episode 100. And I think it's actually cool because I think this is going to work out. So episode 100 will be the release of this video clip next week. So that's really exciting. I think it may be Tuesday, Australian time next week that I'll have this finished. Fingers crossed. Asterisk patent pending. So hopefully that's going to be episode 100 for the series. Welcome to the chat, Fallen, who's just joined us as well. Coffee is good. And I can let you know that this has all kind of come about last minute. I was planning on doing an interview with Steve Mara. I've kind of had to put that back a bit because this video clip's kind of taken over. But I had nothing planned for Friday. So what we are going to do Friday, it looks like, after we've just had some quick planning, Stu Cash and Andy have their Indigo Sunsets album coming out this week. So if all goes to plan, hopefully I'll have both of them on the show on Friday Australian time, Thursday for the rest of you people living in the past. Okay. So hopefully those two fellas are going to come on the show and we can talk about their album and all that kind of stuff. And oh man, if I can get Skype to work and get them both on the show in OBS, which I'm hoping I can, I think I can. Expect that show to be bonkers. I just know it's going to be bonkers if those two are chatting with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's jump into this LumaFusion today. I'm vaping apple custard today. So we're going to open LumaFusion. I need to start a new project. So if you haven't seen anything on LumaFusion before, I will remember, like I did with yesterday's video, to put a card up. If you're watching on the replay right now, look above and you will see a card to go and check out more of LumaFusion. But we're going to open a brand new project here. And we are going to call this World Divided. I can't get rid of that clicky keyboard though. That's the one thing you'll still hear. World Divided video. And we now have a blank canvas ready for this. And Andy says, best dust off my mask. Then I thought you were wearing one all the time. And Stu's going to provide us with pants. Yes, cool. I'll wear no pants. That'll be shocking. So what are we going to start with today? Well, we need to bring in the audio for this. So I'm not sure if I already have it. We'll do a search in all. Maybe I have the song already in here. World Divide. Oh, I should spell it right, yeah. All right, so there is a copy of World Divided in here. Isn't that good? So I'm just going to drag that. So as you can see up the top here, I've done a search and found it. We're going to drag that down the bottom. I don't know if this is actually the finished copy of the song. Let's have a listen to it and see if it is. Make sure I've got sound. Don't know if this is the one. It's not. Well, that's shit. So let's just grab the other one. So we'll show you how to do that anyway. So I'm going to click up here, this little arrow pointing down. And we're going to go to Files. And from there, we're in Audio Share Masters. So there it is here. And what we're going to do, just to make sure that's the right one, Final MEtheist Master. Here they all are. And we want World Divided. So we're going to click on that. And it should appear. And I'm guessing it's this one. I don't know. Let's have a look at what it was called. MEtheist World Divided. So it's the one without master written. So there it is. Hopefully all imported. It doesn't look good, does it? There we go. God, I'm really... Just make sure it's the right one because it's got the talking in there. And yes, Healing Heart, the reason I put the dead on it, yeah, so I can hear the sirens, was the last line, we're all slaves in a world divided. Because I put emphasis on that word in the song, I went back and actually changed it. So the song, as you can see here, is 3 minutes 29. So it's 3 minutes 30 long. So we don't really have a lot to fill for this video clip. And we've got 6 tracks to bring in these files. So right now I'm going to go to Photos up here, where all of these are. And you can see here are the green screen photos. So there's 15 of them that we're using, which are going to chop back and forward. I really haven't thought about this, so I'm thinking for the start of it, I'm going to have a little bit of, going to actually have some extra footage of a crowd riot. So straight off the bat, I'm going to bring in a photo of this here. This will be the opening kind of, now these are definitely not the final photos that I'm using. These are just template holders, so we all know what's going on. I'm just trying to build a storyboard in here to match the music. And I'm thinking we're going to start off with so a riot crowd kind of sound. And let's just do that. Let's see if we can find that in here to make this kind of a bit congruent so it kind of works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to search. I'm going to click on, actually we shall click up here where the photos are. We'll go to Storyblocks because I pay for Storyblocks subscription. Going to go to sound effects, wait for it to do its loading bizzo, and then in the search down here I'm going to put crowd riot. Let's see if we can find anything. Didn't find anything there, so we'll just try crowd. Big crowd dancing, big crowd at rock concert, crowd of people, distant fireworks and crowd cheering. What have we got? Crowd disgusted, or crowd talking in town hall. What's another? What else can we put down for like a riot? Protest. There we go. People protesting, mass demonstration and rioting ambience. So let's have a listen to both of these. One goes for 38 seconds. That's pretty cool. Let's listen to this one, the one that goes for 38 seconds. It's more ambience. Taxi! Cool. For now, let's bring that one in. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag this. Just going to hold my finger over it. And we're going to put it to the front of the actual audio. Let's just cancel that. So what we want to do now is... Now you'll see over here with the audio, I've got there's this little chain section here. Is this right? What am I doing? Just make sure all the sections are able to go. Now I should be able to click on the audio, unchain this, so I can move this audio back. So I want to move this audio back, say 40 seconds, and then we'll bring in this ambience, whack it to the start. And what do we got? So we'll bring this photo, I'm just dragging this photo down to about, let's see, 15 seconds kind of thing. Because it's going to, now remembering this is just rough, so around there. And then we'll zoom in, set the bar up, and we'll just chop this audio file and delete that. So that's our opening scene. Cool. Now we can take this audio file and drag it back and sit it right there. So it should now start playing straight away. Cool, so there's our rough placeholder. Now remember, where that photo is, it'll be actual footage. As you can hear there with those sounds, it'll probably do something with some fire or something like that. I think that would work really good. Definitely, like, because you can hear there's glass breaking, fire, all that stuff happening. So I think that would be the way to go. And even if I look through my photos here, see, this photo would probably be better to fit in there. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's remove this photo here. Just delete that. And we'll bring in this file. I love undo. Redo. Where to go? No! Why can't I redo that? Oh, there we go. So you'll see here, this is something you need to be aware of when you're using this app. Whenever you import things, see this little white line here? It's at the start. If I zoom in on it. Whenever you add things in here, it connects to the file above it. So before I delete something like this photo here, because I want the audio track to stay, and you saw when I just deleted that photo, the audio disappeared with it. So you've got to come down here and actually unlink it. So now if I delete the photo, the audio clip stays there. So it's something you need to get used to paying attention to. So now we can drag in this photo here. And here is our first part of the storyboard. We'll just drag this along till it matches up with the audio. That's good. And that is our opening. So I think the opening scene after this has to be the close-up of the singer in the band, which is me. And I'm the guitarist, and I'm the drummer, and I'm everything. Yay. So I would love to have a close-up of my face in the bondage mask. So that's what I think we're going to start with. And I think what the idea is for this would be, and I can actually do this. Let's just have a playback. Cool, so even that length fits perfectly. So I kind of want it for that first guitar riff. To da da da, da da da, right there. So that's about the right length. And what I want this to do is start off. Let's go back. So now what I've done here is I've double clicked on the actual image. And this brings me to the edit screen. So I want to zoom in from the eye. I want to start off on the eye. And by the end of this photo, I want it to be zoomed out to the whole face with the microphone stuck to the mask. That's how I want the clip to open. So down here, we can go into this edit screen. And you get all these options to make this photo larger. So I'm going to increase the size of it. And then I'm going to drag it. So we've got the eye as close to the center as possible. So there's the beginning of this clip. Now, because it's set right at the start, and I want this to animate, down here, I can create these little markers to animate the photo. So I'm going to, now you can see the marker just up here is right at the start. And that's, you always have to have one at the start if you're going to do anything like this. Put in these little timeline markers. So now that's at the start, I'm going to click, and you can see it's put this little marker just above here, and it's created another little option here. Now every time I put one of these in along this timeline here, it creates these little points that you can animate to. Okay, so I'm going to move the marker of the timeline to the end, so you can see it's gone over here now, and I'm going to put in this little marker. So now we have one at the beginning and one at the end. Now because we're on the one on the end, let's zoom this out and bring it back to its 0 size. So we want it back to 0. Oh man, that's fiddly. There we go. Yeah. back to 0. Let's just get it close enough. God, my finger's so shaky today. And minus God, I keep going right past it. That'll do. Let's just zoom out to there. That'll do for now. So, as you can see, that's how the clip is going to start with this close-up of the eye. The next shot I think we're going to go for is the guitarist, because the guitarist is an important feature of the band, and we have started off here with the guitar riff that is happening. So let's jump over to the photo of the guitarist, drag him in here, and we'll see how long this kind of works to fit. I reckon this opening scene is going to run through all of the band members, so at least you get to see them all in a faraway shot. And then once the singing kicks in, it's going to be a wide shot of the singer with a strobe light on. So next we want to go to the bass player with a wide shot, drag him in. And I'd say for the last shot here, we'll go for the front view of Darth Vader on drums. Wherever he is, there he is there. We'll drag him in, and let's have a look. Now remember, clearly these images, these video pieces are going to be moving in the clip. We'll start this about here, just for context. And that's where, so what we're going to do here, let's just bring these in a little bit. Just going to reel them back a bit. Whoops, don't want to do that. So I'm just going to take this one, pull it in. Let's see where that changed, if it's a bit closer. That's better. And now let's bring in the Darth Vader a little bit more, just so it's a perfect. So now we're going to go to the opening vocalist, and here I am here. Okie doke. Where did we go? We disappeared there. So for this part here, as you can see, when the vocals kick in, there's double kicks that kick in as well. So let's listen to that. So right there at middle, then I want to bring in this image of the double kicks, a close-up of Darth Vader's feet on the kicks. And then it'll come back to the singer. Probably on the word puppets. So just stretch that out a little bit more. And what I'm going to do is just go into this singer image here. I'm going to split this. And what I'm going to do is double click on the now split image and just zoom in a bit. So we've got a bit of a different view, still animated of the singer, no close-up, not a full close-up. And the next scene, because the next line is, we tear each other down in the name of freedom. So I think in there what we want is, will be a photo like this, just to show a riot going on. and people divided, so the police on one side and people on the other side. This is what I'm just free flying at the moment, so bear with me. This is what I hear. I'm trying to go with the lyrics and with the music for each kind of little scene, and I'm sure these will change, but as we're doing this live on the fly, just let me stop this. So we want to start it on the we tear. So just around there. So we're just going to pull this back and let's add in, where was it? It was this photo up here. Let's drag this in here. Yeah! And on that word freedom, I think that's when we'll cut to something else. And why not right here? Because we haven't introduced sexy. Oh, no, no. What do you think? So we've got Sexy Grandma Dancer. I think Sexy Grandma Dancer needs to come in for the chorus. So let's bring in the bass player, I think. A close-up of the bass player right here. So we'll stop it on the freedom. Well, that wasn't right, was it? So let's bring up a close-up of the bass player in there. Pull him back. See how that looks. Whoops. Okay, so now we need a shot of Darth Vader, definitely, because he hasn't been seen fully. So we're going to go to a front shot of Darth, wherever he is. I don't know why these images are disappearing over here in LumaFusion. That's really annoying. We want the front view of Darth Vader. It's one of these. Man, that's super annoying. There he is. So let's bring Darth into the picture. And I think what we'll do here is, when he comes into the image, we'll cut to another shot of the double kicks. Let's have a look. Cool. So we'll just reel this in a little bit. And this one, there we go. Let's have a look at it from the start, just while I have a think about what the next thing will be. We'll skip that. Oh, we have had Darth in there. So we'll put in another, so what we're going to do here is just duplicate this drum here. Now, as you'll notice, down the bottom, it's linked. You can see this little white thing that's linked to it again. So I'm just going to unlink this, and then I'm going to make a copy of it. So this little button down here creates a copy. And now I can grab this and just drag it over here. Cool. Back to the lead singer. So we want to do a close-up, I think, again, of the lead singer. So, because we've already dragged one in, let's just drag in a new one, because I've actually, remember from the start, I've actually animated that first one. And I reckon it's time to add in the guitarist. So we have a close-up of the actual guitarist in here. There he is, to make up this second half. And then we're into the chorus. What else have we got in our little frames here? We've got a close one of Darth Vader here as well. So let's drag him in and just show a side view of him beating the drums just for this last bit, because it does have a double drum bit that and builds into the chorus. That's where we need to put him. So we'll drag Darth Vader. Now, what you'll see here, I'll just show you this. Now, it can be confusing with LumaFusion because I want to actually move this image further down the timeline. But as you can see, when I try to move it over here, it just flicks back. Now, see this arrow over here? These are two settings this is a setting that's in every track. So if I change this and now it's set to down, see the arrow is pointing down instead of sideways, I can now move this anywhere I want. So you've got to keep that in mind too. Always pay attention to that when you're building these things in your timeline. So as we've got here, we need another image here. And we hate each other. So I think in here we would have something like an image of, here we go. Let's just drag this in up here. So cut to a kind of scene of violence, because it says the line is we hate each other till the point that we've become a world divided. And that's about the time we want to show Darth Vader smashing down on the snare to go into this verse. Into the chorus. And here will be the debut, I think, of Granny in her go-go cage dancing. Now, I know all of you are excited about seeing Boris, or aka Granny, nude with her boobies out, but that won't be happening in the video clip. I've actually got an outfit for her. There she is in all her sexual glory. I mean, if you're not lusting over that right now, what the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously, I mean, look at that. I mean, God. I see Langston Reese has joined the chat. Hello, welcome. So for the first chorus here, and what we'll do is throughout the choruses, I think we'll flash to Granny in her go-go cage, dancing around, shaking her ass. So she's going to have fishnets on, and she's got this jumpsuit, which is this is pretty funny. I've actually got this J-Lo designer jumpsuit, like it's an actual J-Lo designer brand. So I'm going to put the Granny in the J-Lo outfit with fishnet stockings and dance her around. So I think that's going to be quite comical. In a really serious song. All right, so we can stretch that out a bit. Healing Heart's got the drool icon. Boris with tits. So clearly we want to, within these breaks of Granny, I think we'll separate them. So we'll have like Granny, then some Granny, a band member, some violence, a band member, Granny, a band member, violence. So we'll mix up the flicks between. So clearly, because we want to have the singer in here, so we'll throw in the singer. I'm just going to go up to the first chorus today because I want to go over some green screen stuff before wrapping up, because we've only got really 20 minutes to go. So we can pull that back, add in an image of violence, and probably the guitarist next. Stretch that. We can bring in the Guitarist next. So we've got a widescreen of the Guitarist. And then Granny will follow that as well. So we can just do a copy of Granny here. And that appears above the timeline. We can just drag that across. Bass player next, and the poor old drummer always goes last, followed by, I would say, the vocalist. Let's throw in a different violence shot. We'll go with this one which we opened with. Just make sure these kind of line up with the timing. All right. Cool. So this is where the we'll go back to the singer, and we'll end on the drummer. Or we can actually probably do a combination. So maybe we'll do that. So we'll go to the drummer's back just for now, and end on the singer. We're all slaves. And finally on the wide shot of the singer. And then that will lead back into a crowd shot. Or guitar, that's what we'll say. Right, so we'll just zoom in there. And because it goes back into guitar, we shall grab the lead guitarist and throw him just to round this off. And now we'll go over some green screen stuff just to show you how easy it is to add green screen. Cool. So Langston Reese has asked, why are you putting photos of people? Well, I don't know if you saw yesterday's episode. Were you actually here for yesterday's episode? So this is a video clip. I'm a storyboard for how I'm going to do this video clip, which I start producing today. So the characters that I've drawn are the characters that I'm going to be filming in front of a green screen with my masks and the costumes. So I'm going to look like these characters. And these photos here, these are just placeholders for actual footage that will be in the clip of violence and riots and stuff like that, because the song is about a world divided and fighting back against the system. So let's have a quick look at it. I'll play it through, and then we'll go across some of the green screen stuff just to show you some of the backgrounds we can add to some of these. As I haven't chosen all the backgrounds, they'll be something that I'll be doing today. But let's have a look at it so far and see how it kind of looks. And this is how you build a basic storyboard for a video clip or anything like that in LumaFusion. And I'll have a coffee. Cool. So there you go. Now, clearly, this is just a template, and I'm probably going to work on this much more off screen, but, you know, we don't have all the time in the world because I do want it to chop and change. And in a lot of these clips, there's going to be strobes in some of them. So you got a lot of flashing going on, especially for the close-ups of just the heads and stuff. Healing Heart has asked, is that green just a bright green from Procreate, or is there an exact green screen color imported from somewhere? What I have chosen is just the basic plain green code, which is hashtag 00FF00. So it just is your solid RGB green. That's what I've chosen. Now, so just to show you, we'll start off with this guy here. So I'm going to double click on his image, and now you can see there it is. So I'm in like edit view here. Now down the bottom, you can see me hovering over this little section here. When I click on that, you get this new palette with all these effects and things. So you've got contrast settings up here, scroll through, things like saturation, dream, all these different kind of filters and such. And as you scroll across, you've got LUTs and things like that. So you've got, you can add these things, so it changes the whole dynamic of it, and it adds the effect down here. Now I don't want any of these, so let's just remove that. Now, right to the end here, this little lock, you have green screen key. So if I click on this green screen key, it's taken away a lot of it, but that's only because everything's black. So what we're going to do here is let's just turn that off for now. Click the little eye here so it's off. Go back out here, and I want to look for some footage to go underneath this. So we'll look for, I'm going to jump into story blocks. Wait for it to load. Come on, story blocks. And I'm going to get out of sound, and we want maybe some backgrounds. Let's see what we can find. Maybe a cell. So I'm going to do a search for cell. Maybe prison cell, see if we can find something like that. All right, so we've got a prison cell here. So that'll do just for now, just to show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to drag this down into the timeline. Now, here's where I fucked up, but we can sort this out. I'm going to drag this up here for now. And what I'm going to need to do is start moving these, make sure they're all unlinked. Start moving them all up. And we'll grab, oops, see how they're all linked? So I'm just unlinking them. I'm going to move them all up to the line above. So just for now, that'll do. And I'm going to take this video and bring this down below. And let's zoom in and make sure it's sitting right at the end of this guitarist guy. So now, when we double click on the guitarist image and come back here, go over to green screen, and you can see now his face has disappeared. Why is that? This is where you need to mess with your green screen settings to try and get all of it. There we go. So that's rough, but as you can see, now look at that. Even though we don't want this moving, but you can see how it works. So we're kind of doing this on the fly. Now you can see it's not perfect. So you can see behind a bit of the helmet, you can see image, so in the middle of the helmet. So this is where you go in here, and you can play with these settings till you get it right. So we can change these settings up. Let's bring this around here. That's why. It's because there's green actually in the helmet. That's going to be fine. So let's have a look at that. That's much better for now. But it's just because in this image there's a bit of green in the helmet. So there you go. Now we can try with something else here. Let's what's this image here? Now with all these pictures too, you can test them out beforehand. See, that one's much better. So let's put this in for the bass player here. And it's just got to download. Yep. 00 FF00 is green. But you can change. Now, the beautiful thing is, just to show you, if I go into the edit screen here and go into this chroma key, you can see you've even got a color picker here. So you can actually match whatever color it is that you have. Okay, so if you've got something that's slightly more yellow or, you know, blue, you can use blues. You can use pretty much whatever color. When I go up here to this little green screen selection, you can see up here you've got blue screen key, light, ocean, dark Luma key, green screen. So you can actually choose things like blues, blacks. You can do blacks as well. So you do have options, and you can actually choose to match up whatever color your background is to match here in your palette. So when you open up there, so you've got choices, and you get a selection of preset ones here as well. So that's really cool in LumaFusion. Now let's jump out of here and see. We'll just zoom in and play with this so it's about the same length. And let's go and jump into this little guy and add a green screen for him. Cool, that looks about right. Now the beautiful part is too, let's edit this background video. So I can go in down here in the bottom left hand corner, and we can make this video a lot larger. So I'm just going to go over to size here. Let's, oops, wrong image. We don't want to do that. We actually want to go into this one. There we go. So let's make this video a lot larger to get that light behind. So now that looks really cool, yeah? We can probably even drag this image and move it around so it ends up over there. How's that? We could even zoom in a bit more, bring it down so it ends on the other side of him, yeah? How cool does that look? And remember, it's only a test, so let's go and do one more. Let's start on this singer here. And cool. What's this one here? Let's have a look at it. Looks like this one's... Alright, so it's a gate closing. That's not going to work. Let's put... maybe let's look for a... I don't think there's probably not a padded cell in here. Padded cell? Anything? No, nothing there. Let's put dark room maybe. Trial and error this stuff. Right, what have we got? Right, so this looks cool. Let's have a look at that. Cool. Let's just throw this in just for now behind the singer. It's just downloading. And we'll go into the singer image and we'll change this, turn this green screen on here. Here we go. Green screen. We want to play with the range. There we go. So let's have a look at just those three, just for what we'll do here. We'll actually go into this video and we'll zoom in on these just to make it look a bit more realistic. Even here, let's even do this. This will make it interesting. I don't know how this is going to work. So let's start off with this guy. This should work. I'm going to go into the little edit screen here and just drag him off the screen. All right, so he's right off the screen. Just bring this back to 0 so he's lined up. Oh, fuck. Fine tune. I keep forgetting about fine tune. Let's do the fine tune. Yeah. Get this back to 0. Compelling stuff, this. Yeah. And 0. So I'm going to put a like what we did before. Remember with this little marker? Okay. So I'm going to put a marker at the beginning of this. And then we'll move the timeline to the end. And put another little marker. And on the end, now we're going to slide this guy over here. Let's see what it looks like. It probably looks stupid. But you see what I'm saying there. See what I'm actually doing. So let's just jump in and make it a little bit more realistic. So he starts. So with this end one, what we'll do is we'll make it a bit bigger, the image, and we'll bring it down. So let's see. See that? See how I've made the beginning of the photo, it's small. And then as it's getting to the end, the photo's actually getting larger to change the perspective to move along with the cage. So let's have a look at all these together from the start, just so you get an idea of how this is going to work out. There you go. What did I lose there? Oh no, that's all good. So yeah, that's all I've done up to. So 3 of them. So that gives you an idea of how to use your green screens and why I chose green when I did Procreate yesterday, just so you can start thinking about the kind of options of images, excuse me, that you're going to be using when you actually start shooting the actual footage. What have we got here? What's this one? I thought there was like a throne room. So this one's pretty cool. Let's have a look at this one. I'll just throw one more in just for fun. That looks pretty cool, yeah? Let's do this. Let's just go here and grab this, move it up there. Let's move this one up there. And we'll move these two together. Oops. There we go again with the linked image. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll drag this door opening. Maybe we'll use the bigger one. So this, and as you can see with these files here, they have a little time, so you can see how long they last, 12 seconds, how big they are. So this is a 1920 by 1080p. So all these clips that you're importing from LumaFusion tell you the time, the frame rate, all that kind of stuff. So let's check the larger door, see what that looks like. Cool. Let's drag this one in down to the timeline here and wait for it to download. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Let's just undo that. As you can see, it's linked up again, so I'm going to drag it behind this singer. And what I'm going to do actually is cut off the... Man, I hate how this thing links. Let's just drag this back here. That's better. Man, it keeps linking. Dog. All right. So... unlink. And what you'll see here is, now let's go into the singer and go to green screen quickly. because I think this will look cool. And but as you can see, the door's still shining through the character there. So we'll just go back into the green screen and fix that up a little bit. Make sure it's solid. That looks solid now. Awesome. And what else? We'll just throw one more quick one in here. Let's throw in, what have we got? Spooky Skull Halloween. Just for fun. It's a disco ball, it looks like. Cool. Let's grab this. This will look trippy as fuck. I'm just going to drag it in here. Match it up to the length of what Darth Vader is. Let's zoom in. Now you'll know also the Darth Vader one's not fully filled in, so it's not going to look awesome, but it might look interesting and trippy. So let's drag this down here. Go into Darth Vader. Add the green screen for Darth Vader. And let's have a look at all these together. And then we'll wrap up the show. So we've just hit an hour. So thanks if you're still here for hanging out. Cool. So now you have an idea of how cool this is going to look once I start filming today and using the green screen behind me. So I'm just going to shoot, and how I'm going to do it is I'm going to shoot a full version of the entire song of each character. So each of these 15 frames, I'll just run through a full take in front of the camera. So with the drum kit in its different positions, so the drum kit from the front, drum kit from the back, a close-up of the feet on the double kicks for the entire song, just kicking along, a close-up of the side of Darth Vader with from the top of the head and the hands kind of with sticks, and so you can see hit cymbals kind of stuff. So that shot will be more for hitting cymbals. Close-ups of all the other band members, bass player, singer, and the guitarist, of just their faces with strobe lights on them, and then far away shots, a full 3 minutes 30. So each of these segments, each of these little images here, I'm going to do for about, but for the whole song, 3 minutes 30, and then take all of those clips and start adding them into the timeline here and chopping them all up in time with the song. So it's going to be really easy because they're all going to be in time with the song, all from the same marker, best laid plans of mice and men, and then be able to chop and mix them all up. So I've got, as I said, I've got 6 tracks. So I've only used 3 here. And remembering, even if you use up all 6 tracks, you can actually do, like in an audio file, like in GarageBand, you can do a mix down and mix all the images you already have down into one single track if you're really happy with them, and then open a brand new project and you get another 5 channels to start building on top with video. So I'll be doing that. I'll definitely be doing that, and all of the video I'm recording in 4K. So then I can downsize it to 1080p. So I want it at the highest resolution. I've got a full terabyte hard drive ready for all of the 4K video footage that I can just drag onto the iPad. So that's the plan for today. Tomorrow's show, what are we going to be doing? I reckon we're going to be looking at more of this. So I'll have more of the masks, and I'll show you the footage that I've started doing and the images, and we'll start turning these into actual footage. So, and I'll be using a couple of, so we'll still be kind of using LumaFusion predominantly tomorrow, but I'll be using a whole bunch of video editing apps, things with filters and stuff, and to add like grainy film and stuff like that, because I have a whole lot of really cool video apps that I'll just be applying to some of these things. So that'll be tomorrow's show. Thursday, I'm guessing we'll be continuing on with this kind of thing. Yeah, I reckon, Tom, it's going to take up an entire terabyte in 4K. It's going to be about 15 full 3.3 minute shots. So that's going to be pretty cool. But everything's all planned and ready to go. I'm going to be only shooting video today for the guitarist, this dude, and for the singer, because the straitjacket arrives today as well. Yes, I know, Pete. That's why I got rid of that. So Pete Johns has just said, remember when your show was 20 minutes? And that's why I stopped doing that in season 2. That's why I split everything up into season 2. So that's because I know I do rabbit on a bit, because I want to show as much of my process as I can. And hopefully, I don't know, guys, is this working for you? Are you enjoying this kind of stuff? If you are, most of you have already hit the like button. Share it with people. You know, we're growing. It should be by the end of the year, we'll actually have 1,000 subscribers. So that's really cool. I'm really thankful, as always, for everybody's support. And I hope you are always getting something from this. Friday, we'll have an interview with the Indigo Sunsets. Either one or two of them. We'll work that out by tomorrow, so I'll let you know. And I'll just let you know before I go, Apple are having a iPhone and iPhone 12 event in under 24 hours from now. I will be live streaming it on Facebook, on my Facebook page, and I will be relaying it from my Facebook page into the GarageBand users group if you want to see that. So if it gets taken down, it won't affect the GarageBand users group because I'm streaming it from my page. Let's see if Facebook takes me down. They didn't last time. So we'll be playing iPhone bingo with my bingo card. I'll be having a beer at 3 o'clock in the morning. So if you want to join me for that, it's like, 9 o'clock US time, whatever. So join me for that. It'll be early evening for UK people, but I'll be drinking a beer and just having a laugh, taking the piss out of the whole event, as I like to do. And that's that. So thank you very much for hanging out today. I get to play with my awesome I love this app. I can just flick between stuff really easy. So if you're watching on the replay, folks, I get to do this too. You can subscribe right there. I have a Facebook page. You can follow me over there. And if you are watching on the replay, there's a whole bunch of things appearing on your screen right now. There's a subscribe and a playlist. Click, 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 add, do all that fancy stuff. And I will see you tomorrow with video footage from this video clip. Super exciting. Can't wait to share it all with you. Have a great day. Keep creating and do what makes you happy. Yeah.